The power of habit. Why we do what we do in life and business. By Charles Duhigg. Explores the science behind habits and how they shape our lives. Duhigg explains that habits, both good and bad, are powerful forces that influence behavior, productivity, and success. The book uses a combination of research, real-life stories, and examples from businesses and individuals to show how habits work, how they can be changed, and why understanding the habit loop is crucial to personal and organizational transformation. The habit loop, cue, routine, and reward. At the heart of Duhigg's analysis is the concept of the habit loop, a three-step process that governs all habits. 1. Cue, the trigger that initiates a habit. It can be anything from a time of day to an emotional state or a specific location. 2. Routine, the behavior or action that follows the cue. This is the habit itself, whether it's exercising, smoking, or checking your phone. 3. Reward, the positive outcome or satisfaction that the brain craves, reinforcing the routine and making the habit more automatic over time. Duhigg explains that once a habit loop is established, the brain stops fully participating in decisions and instead operates on autopilot. The brain relies on these loops to conserve energy, making it easier for people to fall into routines. Understanding the habit loop is key to changing any habit, as the loop must be disrupted or altered for the habit to be modified. The power of keystone habits. Duhigg introduces the concept of keystone habits, which are habits that can trigger a chain reaction, leading to the development of other positive behaviors. These habits are foundational and have a ripple effect on other areas of life. For example, regular exercise is a keystone habit because it not only improves physical health but also boosts mood, productivity, and discipline in other areas like diet or work. By focusing on keystone habits, individuals and organizations can create significant transformations. The key to changing habits lies in identifying these foundational routines and leveraging their influence to make broader changes. Duhigg emphasizes that focusing on a single powerful habit can lead to significant improvements in life and business. The golden rule of habit change. Duhigg outlines the golden rule of habit change, which suggests that while habits cannot be eradicated, they can be changed by substituting the routine part of the habit loop. The idea is that the cue and the reward remain the same, but the behavior in between is altered. For example, if a person has a habit of snacking on unhealthy foods when they feel stressed, cue. The goal is to identify a new routine, such as taking a walk or doing a relaxing activity, that provides the same sense of relief, reward. Over time, the brain will begin to associate the new behavior with the same reward, and the habit will change. This principle applies to both personal and organizational habits. Duhigg shares the example of how companies like Starbucks train employees to replace negative reactions to stressful customer interactions with positive, productive routines, improving both employee performance and customer satisfaction. The role of willpower. Willpower plays a crucial role in habit formation and change. Duhigg highlights research showing that willpower is like a muscle. It can be strengthened over time, but also fatigued with overuse. People with strong willpower are more likely to succeed in changing their habits because they can resist the urge to revert to old routines. However, Duhigg points out that relying solely on willpower is not always enough to change deeply ingrained habits. Instead, building environments and systems that support the desired behavior is essential. For example, removing temptations or creating structures that reinforce new habits can help individuals maintain progress when willpower alone falters. Duhigg also suggests that willpower can be trained and improved through practices like setting specific goals, creating action plans, and using routines that support self-discipline. The importance of belief. Belief is a critical component of habit change, particularly when it comes to long-term transformation. Duhigg explains that individuals and organizations must believe that change is possible for habits to truly shift. This belief is often fostered through small wins, incremental successes that build confidence and momentum. He shares the example of Alcoholics Anonymous, a where belief in a higher power, as well as the support of a group, helps individuals stay committed to the process of recovery. In both personal and organizational contexts, creating a culture of belief and shared purpose can make a significant difference in the ability to change. Duhigg also emphasizes the role of community in reinforcing belief. Whether it's the support of friends, family, colleagues, or groups like AA, being part of a community that shares your goals and values can strengthen the belief that change is achievable. Habits in organizations and societies. In the latter part of the book, Duhigg explores how habits impact organizations and societies, demonstrating how they can be leveraged for success or lead to failure. He shares the story of how Alcoa, an aluminum company, experienced a turnaround when its CEO focused on a keystone habit of improving workplace safety. By prioritizing safety, the company inadvertently improved communication, efficiency, and profitability across all levels. Duhigg also looks at how companies like Target use customer data to identify and influence consumer habits. By understanding customers' buying patterns and habits, businesses can tailor marketing strategies to subtly encourage certain behaviors. While this raises ethical questions about privacy and manipulation, it also demonstrates the powerful influence that habits have on consumer behavior. In a societal context, Duhigg examines movements like the civil rights movement, highlighting how habits of social change can be fostered. Leaders like Martin Luther King, Jr. were able to galvanize widespread action by creating a habit of participation, tapping into existing social networks, and fostering belief in a shared cause. Changing organizational habits. Changing habits within organizations requires understanding the organizational habit loop, which is similar to the individual habit loop but operates on a larger scale. Organizational habits are driven by the culture, leadership, and routines that shape day-to-day operations. Duhigg suggests that leaders who want to change the habits of an organization should focus on identifying keystone habits, encouraging small wins, and fostering a culture of belief. Change is more likely to stick when it is built on existing structures, rather than attempting to overhaul everything at once. Conclusion. The power of habit reveals that habits are powerful forces in our personal and professional lives. They shape our actions, define our routines, and have a significant impact on our success and well-being. Duhigg's exploration of the habit loop cue routine and reward provides a framework for understanding how habits work and how they can be changed. By focusing on keystone habits, utilizing willpower strategically, and fostering belief in change, individuals and organizations can transform their habits for the better. Ultimately, the book teaches that habits are not destiny. With awareness, effort, and the right strategies, anyone can change their habits and, in turn, their life.